Hello and welcome back to Angular 2 Masterclass with Alejandro Rangel. In this section, we are going to talk about the first part for creating any Angular 2 application. Before these videos, we have been working mostly with Plunker, so all the configuration part and setup of Angular 2 was already provided by Plunker for us. In this case, we will start from scratch, from nothing, and you will see that there are a few dependencies. We need to know a little bit about npm, node package manager, but after that, everything should work as expected with components, services, directive, and so on. So pay attention to this first part. I will try to explain it slowly and as simple as possible, okay? So, first of all, let's create the folder for our application. So I'm going to do it in the desktop. You can do it in any folder. Okay. So let's go here. This was a previous example. I will clear this. So I will do it here. If you want to do it with a command line, it's also fine. So let's do here weather app. Okay. So this is the first part that I was saying here. Let's create a weather app folder. Then let's navigate to this folder. So let's do it with the command line. So here, see, I drag this. If you are from Windows, it's a little bit different, but that's fine. Okay. So this is the second step that I'm saying here. And now we are going to create a package.json file. Yeah, if you don't know about this is a configuration file that any node application use. Okay, so you don't have to worry about this. This is a standard procedure. If you know that already, this is just great, but this is just a configuration file for node in our project. Okay, so let's do it like this. npm init, it's a way to create the package.json. It will ask some questions like, okay, what's the name of your application, the name of application's weather, what's the version 1, if you want to type in a description. In this case, we don't want to. The entry point, we can forget about this at this point. We will be writing many things and override this value. Test command, we don't need it right now. Git repository, and also we are not going to use it. Keywords, this is for SEO and this stuff. We're not going to use it. The author, you can type your name if you want. If you don't want to, it's okay too. The license, and this is what we are going to write in the package.json. I just did this for learning purpose, but we will use the configuration that is already provided from Angular team. Okay, so let's put here yes. If we open now our folder, we can see that we have the package.json. If we open it with Sublime Text, for example, yeah, we have the name of our application. Yeah, we have the description, we have the main, we have the scripts, the author, and so on. Okay. During these video tutorials, you can use any IDE that you want. I was used to work with Sublime Text. I think it's one of the best IDE that is there. It just works all the time. But for these examples, I'm going to use WebStorm. Since the release of TypeScript and using TypeScript with Angular, I'm more tempted to use right now WebStorm. There is also Visual Code Studio. It's free. It's super good. So any of these IDE, you can use it. Yeah. So I will close Sublime Text and I'm going to do it with WebStorm in this case. Okay. So I have it in the other window. So new project. Sorry, you cannot see this part because I have it in the other one. Yep. So I point to here. Yeah, in a new window. So I will drag it to my main window and here we are. So I haven't done anything but just opening the same folder. So we have here the package.json, the same information, and this is the most important step for the package.json. If we go to the angular.io, here, they have a getting started, videos, and from here, they have a 5-minute quick start. They explain how to set up the project and all this. This is nice. If you take a look and you read it, after watching this video tutorials, you will be able to understand this easily. Like, yes, I understand everything that is there. From here, what we are interested is, let's see, this. This is the configuration that the Angular team give to us for starting any project. So we can copy this exactly as it is. We replace this, it's going to be the same. There will be a name property, a version, and so on, but there are many other things that Angular needs. So let's replace the name of our project again to weather app. So yes, this is a version 1. Then it's a little bit different than before because we have scripts. These scripts are, I have it in the slides, I will explain it in a minute, but this is, for example, for starting TypeScript, for compiling our TypeScript files, and so on. Then we have here the dependencies from Angular. Sorry. Here we can see that at the moment of this video, we are in this version, the version 2.0.0 beta, and so on. These are just dependencies that we need. If you take a look on this and the Plonker, these are exactly the same libraries that in Plonker we were always importing in the index. And these are other libraries that we need for development. Okay, so this is our package.json. So now let's go to the slides so we can take a look more about this. Yes, so we were talking in the practical example about the package.json. So this is a configuration for Angular 2, the dependencies, and also the dependencies for development. We saw this in the example. This is how it looks, a standard package.json configuration. Normally we can copy and paste the package.json that Angular team give to us, and we just replace some variables like the name, the version, and so on, and it should work out of the box. So let's go step by step. Okay, so we have the name. This is super important. This is the name of your app. If you want to call it products app, weather app, Facebook 2 app, and so on, this is it. We have the version. We can increase this every time that we have a new release of our product. In the script section, these are the scripts that we can execute in our project. The first one, the TSC, we will see this very often. This one is just to run the TypeScript compiler. Then we have here the TypeScript compiler in watch mode. This means that every time that we change a TypeScript file, it will compile again transpile is the proper word. So it will generate the final JavaScript. Then we have here the light server. This is what we will use for running a local server and see how it looks our application in the browser and so on. Then we have the dependencies. This is the Angular version that we are using. Probably if you buy this video in 3, 4, 6 weeks, probably this beta version will be bigger. Let's see. Then here we have the system.js. This is a library for loading JavaScript Angular in the browser. And these are libraries, dependencies used by Angular 2. For example, we have the RxJS. We talked about this before. This is a library for observables. This is very deep into Angular 2. So yeah, these are the libraries that we need there. And yeah, we will continue in the next video with the TypeScript config file. So I hope it's clear for you at this point how to create the package.json. This is the first configuration file that you have to always configure in any Angular 2 project. See you in the next video.